Good morning, welcome to another how-to video. I'm Dave, the CTO of DVS. So people often say to me, Dave, how do you help support customers in system design implementation and explaining to a customer what we're trying to achieve? So there's a few different ways we can do this. I'm going to show you briefly some of the selection tools that we use. Some of them are free to use, some of them you have to pay a small amount to. They're all very beneficial and it will give you an advantage over someone who doesn't use this. We do this quite regularly for customers, and the feedback we get is that it's very professional and it helps them win projects. So the first one we're going to look at is the new Hikvision lens selection tool. So it's a free software downloaded from their site, or you can ask us, we'll send you the download link, but it enables you to do a basic system design, save it as a PDF and send it to the customer to explain what we're trying to achieve or you're trying to achieve with the installation, and give them some references. So the first thing we do is, once we've opened up the software, what we need to do is go into the planning map. So the first one is the mountain view, but we're going to go to the planning map and we're going to type in our postcode of DVS and load that up. So you see it's found the DVS Google map there. Go to satellite view. You see it's DVS there, so we'll zoom in slightly. The DVS office. What we can do then is choose our camera. So let's choose DVS-2CD 2785. There you go, we'll have one of them. Double click. We'll choose our distance to object from the camera is 25 meters and the mountain height is 3 meters. And then go to add, and then we'll add another one. So we've got two cameras there. Drag them into the appropriate position, move them round as if it was covering the car park. Go. What you can do then, you zoom out slightly. In the mountain view, you can change parameters there, the field of view, angle, mountain heights, etc., to give you an accurate reflection of what you're trying to achieve. Down the bottom, you've got your scale map and pixel map. So the objects, the pixel per meters, the scale map, and the planning map will go back. So that's your kind of field of view and the parameters you're looking to achieve. Then we can save that to the desktop. Test. Or we can export the report. We go export report. You save it, so test as a PDF, it'll do this. You save that. So again, you can choose, you're not stuck to one camera choice. If you added two and then you wanted to add a PTZ, you can select your model from there. And there's all sorts of new thermal cameras, speed domes. Once you've done that, then we've exported the report. Once we open the report, what you'll see is this kind of thing. So the report's exported, it gives you a snapshot of the cameras you've overlaid on a Google map and tells you the camera models that we've selected, object distance, height, object width, etc. So it's a nice little tool you can use to overlay cameras on it in a real life application if the building is built and it's on a Google map, and then we can send that to a customer just to back up what we're trying to say. If you notice, there is also a full user manual available. Okay, so if you need any help, of course, ask us or Hikvision. There is a built-in user manual. So that is the lens selection tool from Hikvision. So we'll just close that down. The other tool I use quite often is JVSG. So it's a very similar, it's a more in-depth software than the Hikvision lens selection tool, but it allows you principally to do the same thing. So if I open one that we've used before, it might just be quicker to build one. Okay, so if we build one, so we go to background, load an image, DVS office. So you have to scale this once. This is important that you understand the measurements, because it gives you an accurate representation of the field of view. So we'll go from there to there. It's about 38 meters. We'll save that, and it's rescaled. So we'll move that there. So then again, it's very similar. So from the side there, it's got more manufacturers in there, but we can actually use Hikvision, choose our camera, so we'll go for the same sort of camera, 2.7, so all the cameras are updated, it's quite modern, 2785, mounting height 4 meters, focal length 2.8 there, and we drag the camera, lock that in position, then we can drag the camera into position here, drag it round, and we can extend it, and it gives us our field of view indication there. And again, it gives us more information here, like the pixel count, person in view image, if that's the correct word to use, and then we can copy the camera here, duplicate line. So we've got 2 cameras there. We can drag another one off to the side. We can put that in place there. This also allows us a lot more scope for doing sort of a real life scenario. So for instance, we can actually add in a brick wall. So if this was a brick wall, and we put a brick wall from there to there, that's actually now added a brick wall across there, so the field of view doesn't overlap into the building. If it was a building, a multi-tenanted site, and there was an actual building, which I'll show you a design I did earlier, you put the walls in, it stops the field of view overspill into the internal, so you get an accurate reflection of what you'd expect. You can choose different wall types, fences, windows, doorways. You can even add in people. So I could say a man of 2 meters, load in a man. You can drop a man in there, and you can keep doing this. So another one. So you could say a car, SUV. Put the car there, so you can see the cars appear there. But it gives you a very accurate way of putting obstacles in the field of view to give you a good reflection of what you'd expect the view and the quality to be like. Again, we've got the camera installation drawing for the angle adjustment and width adjustment, site plan, 3D views, so you can see there the people I've dropped in there, and you can see the vehicle that we've dropped in, and then the DVR view. If we had the 2 cameras added to our DVR, we've got our left and our right. So it gives you a very, very powerful way of using this to build up the field of view. You can also do network and bandwidth disk space if required, but we use the Hikvision tool because it's a lot quicker and very accurate. But then again, same principle. Once you've done this, you can save it as a camera project and then as a PDF. What you will find when you save it as a PDF, you get this kind of thing where it exports. You can be a company logo in there, site details of when it was and whom it was built by, and it gives you this very accurate reflection of what you'd expect to see, with the zonal indication for the identification, recognition, and detection zones. You can remove them if you want, but it gives you quite a nice way of doing that. And then if you scroll down through the report, as it updates there, it'll give you view on view. To wait for this to catch up a little bit, but it will eventually give you a picture of each individual camera with its own field of view, its camera choice. So you can see there, that's the model we used. So you can see there, if we look, it gives you each view. So again, it's a very, very powerful piece of software. We've had very good results off that. This one you have to pay for. There is a small charge for this. It's an American company, but again, it's quite widely used in this industry and regarded as one of the best softwares we can use. The other softwares I use are Visio. So it's not really a CCTV based design, but it enables me to put real life images and build up designs for schematic. So we can do a schematic for a customer who wants to understand how certain equipment will link together to give them the overall solution that they're looking for. So as you can see there, Visio allows us to export a PDF, Again, another more complicated site setup, and again with a video wall setup. So it allows us to do this to enable the customer to see what we need to do and enable them to pass this to their engineering team to allow them to go to site with the information they need to build the system as we've designed it, rather than putting it together in a completely different way and costing everyone a lot more time and money. So again, Visio, you have to pay for this, but it's invaluable in my eyes. I use it quite a lot to explain to customers how we're looking to do this. Our own internal staff I can do project design for, so I find it very, very good. Again, what we can do then, one last one we do use quite regularly is our friends over at IPVM. IPVM is an online forum. We all know it does require a subscription for you to be able to use their camera and calculator tool fully. I think it allows you to use one camera as a test, but if you want to use their online version like the others, it's like a Google map based. So what we can do is log into IPVM and go to their camera calculation, and we give it a name, so DVS, and we change the location and we give it CF245BG. Again, very similar, so we zoom in. There's our DVS office there, and it allows us to again add a camera, give it a name, so front. So we select the model. Again, this has got all the Hikvision and other manufacturers, it's not just Hikvision. So we'll use Hikvision. Just wait for this to load. Again, if we choose, it's got the turbo and IP, so if I choose that one in particular, select this camera as a turbo camera. It allows us then distance, we don't want a 100 meter distance, let's do a 25 meter distance. Put the camera where it needs to be, spin the view there. Allows us then to change it if we want into imperial and metric, if we prefer feet. And you can adjust the settings, very similar to what we've done before. If it was on a public road, for instance, if we put that camera on a public road where Google Map exists, it updates it, so where the Google van has been, you get a real life image of that scene outside. And we'll put it back in there. Unfortunately, the Google van's never been inside the DVS compound, so it gives you a generic American image. But again, it's very similar. It allows you to see day, night, pixels per meter, how far away it is. You can put location, description and notes in there, so very, very powerful. And again, we can build this up. You can put labels, add floor plans. We can add another camera, so you can duplicate that camera, do it again, like I said, move that there. It allows you to enter, it auto saves. And if we want to, we can export the report to any of these: snapshot, zip, CSV, PDF. If we export it to a PDF, it does take a bit of time when you export into a PDF. It does it online and then sends you a link to download it. Say wait in there. But again, it's very similar to the other softwares that we have seen. So there's 3 different ways we can actually achieve, well, 4 different ways. So you've got the Hikvision lens selection tool, you've got IPVM, you've got Visio, and you've got the JVSG. All very, very powerful software in their own right. It's really what works for you, and if you want a free or one you want to pay for, what works for your business as well as yourself. And then we can download that as sort of finished now. So auto saved, and then we can go to all projects, and then we can look at any of the ones we've saved in the past there. So we can look at Timber Yard, for instance, one we set done previously, and we can load it up. So again, this allows you to go historically back and alter existing designs, or see ones you've done and reference them later on. So I hope that you found this let me just get back up here. Hopefully you found this very useful. It'll give you some ideas of where you can go and how you can do it. If you need any help, guidance, suggestions, questions, give us a shout at DVS. And thanks for spending some of your time watching this video. We'll have another one next week as always when it goes live on Tech Tuesday. I hope you enjoy your day, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much.